So today we're going to be reviewing and doing an all-day wear test on the brand new L'Oreal Infallible Skin Ink. It's a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. Let's see how it works on my 58-year-old skin. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys, L'Oreal just released a new product from their Infallible line, the Skin Ink. And I have been seeing this on ads on my Facebook as well as YouTube, and I could not believe I missed this. Like, what the heck, man? So I couldn't wait to test it out and see if it works for our mature skin. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. So how are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and pull the hair back. I'm so excited for this review because I kind of tested it out yesterday and I've got some thoughts. The hair is pulled back, everything looks great. Let's read up on this new product from L'Oreal, the new Skin Ink. Now, it is a 2-in-1 foundation concealer, up to 48 hours of wear. That's a long time. Supposed to be light as ink. I guess that's why they call it Skin Ink. I think that's a really awkward name, Skin Ink. Light as ink, lasts until you decide to remove it. Skin Ink evens like a foundation and covers like a concealer for the ultimate hybrid. It's designed to be customized with buildable longwear where you need it. In a self-setting soft matte finish that doesn't cake and doesn't crease. Now those are pretty high claims. It's actually a new and patented formula that resists transfer for up to 48 hours. And it's supposed to feel undetectable on the skin. It's supposed to be waterproof, humidity proof, and sweat proof. L'Oreal has very specific instructions, which we are going to follow to the T because I want to give this foundation / concealer a fair shake. So basically, you're supposed to prep your skin with a hydrating moisturizer or serum. Now, I already have my regular morning skincare routine on and my SPF, and I have no primer on my face. So I'm kind of curious, should we prep one side of the face with a moisturizing primer or a serum? So what I want to do is, since my skin is pretty fresh from my morning skincare routine with my SPF, I want to do one side with primer. You know, this is the drill. I love doing that just to make sure if we need a primer or if we don't need a primer with any sort of foundation or skin tint. So today's primer is going to be from Essence. It's the Hello Good Stuff Skin Refining Primer, moisturizing with sea kelp. If you're new to my channel, I do have normal to dry skin, hyperpigmentation, melasma, sun damage, fine lines, wrinkles, redness, as well as pores. You know, I mean, at the age of 58, that's what you get. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the Hello Good Stuff on one side of my face just for extra insurance. Put a little bit right on the back of the hand. Not only is it smoothing, but it's very hydrating. And I want to make sure my face is properly prepped for this product. Now, while the primer is settling into the complexion on this side of the face, let's read up more on this new product from L'Oreal, the Skin Ink. Now, like I said, it's a 2-in-1 foundation / concealer, and it comes in 22 shades. It retails for $18.99. However, I did pick it up at Target yesterday with Ava for $14.99. I picked up the shade 100 Warm, and actually, Ava picked the shade for me. I held it up to my face and I said, what do you think of the shade? She's like, oh yes, mommy, that's gonna match your complexion. And you know what? She is spot on. I think she did a great job in matching it to my complexion. But this is what it looks like. And I love the packaging, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's bright red, you can see it so clearly on the shelves. I just honed in on that product. I mean, I get so overwhelmed myself when I go drugstore shopping or makeup shopping, and I'm trying to find a product, but bam, it's right there. It's a metallic component. You can actually see the shade right through here. You shake the bottle for 10 seconds, I believe, and you guys, it's got one of those little balls in there, so it kind of sounds like you're going to use a can of spray paint on your face. Working in small sections of the face, apply, then immediately blend with a brush. That only tells me that it's going to dry down super fast. So we're going to work on this side of the face first while the primer is settling into the complexion because I can't wait to get this on. And as you can see, it comes out with a doe foot like that. So I'm going to start in the center of my face and I'm going to work quickly. So I'm going to apply it where I absolutely need it, primarily right through here. I have a little bit of leftovers of a zit and right through there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingertips. Now this boasts medium coverage, and remember, it's not supposed to cake or crease. And immediately I feel this silicone-y, slippery feel, even on the side that has no primer, because this foundation slash concealer is loaded down with a ton of dimethicone, which is just a fancy name for silicones. I'm gonna go ahead and take my kabuki brush and work quickly and blend it out. It definitely has a quick dry down, but it doesn't dry down as quickly as I anticipated. So far, this is light coverage, but I definitely want to build it up. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit more so we can build up the coverage. Oh yeah, it's already dry on the doe foot. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more. I do like this shade. And like I said, I'm just going to apply it where I need it and then smooth it out. And I'm going to go right up underneath my eye. We're not going to use any concealer today. I know, super shocking. And it is such a really thin formula that I do feel kind of comfortable laying it right under the eye. I mean, it's a 2-in-1 formula, so I'm assuming it'll lay smooth under the eye. I'm going to take my concealer brush and just gently tap it in before it dries down to smooth out that under eye area. I'm going to go ahead and turn my lights down to 20% to see how much coverage we're actually getting from this new skin ink. I do like the coverage. This looks pretty good. As I look in the mirror, in my magnifying mirror, it does look really smooth on the skin. I hope it doesn't cake. I hope it doesn't crease. But definitely we're going to be doing an all-day wear test, do the check-ins, the normal drill. But this looks pretty good so far. So let's go ahead and apply it to the prime side of the face, right through there. And I want to be quite generous with this because I want to see what kind of coverage we're going to get. Very lightweight. It's supposed to feel light as ink, or like, what, ink? Like, I don't get it. Okay, so it definitely smooths out super easy. And then not bad. You know what I want to do? I may regret this, but we're going to try it out. Because it is a 2-in-1 formula that's supposed to be like a concealer and foundation, I'm going to add a little bit more. I want to try it as a concealer, and it may be too much, but I mean, if it's boasting as a 2-in-1 product, we definitely want to push this. And gently tapping it in. I'm trying to work fast, but it's definitely a very thin formula. I mean, it's supposed to feel light as ink, which, okay, but seriously, this is super lightweight. I can barely feel it as I'm applying it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my brush and stipple it in. I do like the consistency of it. Foundation and concealer are actually on 2-in-1 product, you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look up close and personal and see exactly how the skin ink is looking on the skin. Let's go ahead and finish up the look. Now that I'm looking in the mirror with a little bit more light, I can see how it's definitely makeup-y. It's definitely a foundation. This is a nice soft matte finish, which I really like, but I want to go ahead and bronze up the complexion. And today I'm going to go in with some cream products since this is a soft matte finish. Today's bronzer, I'm going to be using the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer, and this is in the shade Hey Honey. This is one of my all-time favorites. As you can see, it's very well loved, and I'm just going to go ahead and tap it across where the sun would naturally hit the complexion and see how it reacts to the skin ink. I want to add a little bit of dewiness back to the skin. And this is working out really nice. Wow, okay. And for blush, today I'm going to be going in with the Morphe Huephoric blush, and this is in the shade Intoxicated. I love this plummy color. Today I'm not going to be afraid of color. I'm going to use it with my fingertips and just dot it. I love this color. It's super pretty. It looks kind of scary in the pan, but it's a cream blush. So it has like a little clear formula in there along with the pigment. So it really does hydrate the complexion, and I just put on way too much. We can definitely sheer that out. So let's go ahead and sheer out that blush. I'm just gonna go over it with my kabuki brush just to stipple it in and sheer it out like that. Okay, that's pretty. Complexion products are on. Man, that was super easy to apply the skin ink. Could this be the answer? Just forego concealer and just use this product as both 2-in-1? I kind of like how it looks. It's really pretty, and it just looks really seamless right through here. How pretty is that? Now for eyes, I'm just gonna do a quick eyeshadow look with the L'Oreal The Shadow Sticks. You know I love these cream eyeshadow sticks. This is in the shade Magnetic Mauve, and I'm just gonna go over the lid like that. I figured it's a L'Oreal sort of day, and these are fantastic for just those quick one and done eyeshadow looks. They're super creamy, easily blendable. I just like to take my finger and just blend it in like that. Gorgeous pigment, very pretty. And now just for a little bit more depth and definition for the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some bronzer in the crease. And this is just the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in Deserve Butter. I love using bronzer as a quick eyeshadow in the crease. And now I'm gonna line my eyes with the new e.l.f. Soft Kohl Pencil in Brownie Points. Now for mascara, I'm just gonna do a quick coat of the lash extender from e.l.f. It's a tubing formula, and since it's gonna be super hot and muggy today, I wanna make sure I don't have panda eyes. Eyes are done. Super quick and easy look, just using two products, bronzer as well as the Shadow Sticks from L'Oreal. And we are good to go for lips. Now, I did pick up the new CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain. Now, this is supposed to be the dupe to the new Huda Beauty lip stain. And as you can see, it comes like a magic marker. Now, I picked up two shades, Crimson Glory, which is a beautiful red, as well as Jazzberry, which is a plum. And the unique thing about this product, it is literally a felt tip magic marker that has a lip stain in it. So you guys, I was so excited to see this at Target, and I want to go ahead and swatch these. It's literally a magic marker. So let's go ahead and swatch Crimson Glory. This is definitely like a marker. Totally feels like I have a Sharpie on. But this is supposed to be like an ink as well. What's up with the ink these days? But isn't that a gorgeous shade? This one is Crimson Glory. This is Jazzberry. Ooh, that's really pretty. I think I want to go with Crimson Glory. You know what? I'm not going to be afraid of color today. I definitely am drawn to this bold, bright color. So let's go ahead, line the lips, and see how this works. Oh, this definitely, it smells kind of fruity. Nice. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Now this is definitely an ink. Super lightweight. Oh my gosh, it feels literally like nothing on the lips. I just want to tap that stain in. If you're thinking you like a lip liner that's going to prohibit the product or the gloss to bleed into those pesky little lines, you know, around your mouth area, this would be perfect because you're literally just patting the stain into the lips so it doesn't bleed into that area. But man, this is a gorgeous color. Ooh, Crimson Glory, love this. My question is it gonna be super dry on the lips? It feels kind of hydrating, but that could be a little bit of residual from my lip oil that I was wearing earlier. But wow, this is a stunning color. And this, I believe, retails for $8.99, but I'll be sure to put all the products listed down in the links below. Now, if you do click on those links, it does help out my channel a little bit, but if you don't, that's cool too. Complexion is done. We've got the entire look on. Now that I have the skin ink on my complexion for a few minutes now, it's definitely dried down. It doesn't feel tacky anymore. And it feels so lightweight. Love the coverage. It is so pretty on the skin. But let's go ahead and turn the lights down to 20% to see exactly how this looks. This is super promising, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this product. I just hope it doesn't cake up. It's not supposed to transfer. And I have to let you in on a little secret. Last night when I was removing it off my complexion, it definitely states directions you have to double cleanse using an oil-based cleanser at first and then a regular cleanser to remove it. But we're gonna do some check-ins in natural daylight and bad fluorescent lighting and all types of lighting to see exactly how this new skin ink performs throughout the day. I'm excited for this product. It's beautiful, but yeah, let's go out in natural daylight and see exactly how this looks. So here we are in natural daylight. You guys, it is 89 degrees out with humidity of like 65%. Doesn't sound hot, but oh my gosh, as soon as I walked out, the heat just hit me. But like I said, this is boasting soft matte finish, medium buildable coverage. Look how pretty that is laying on the complexion. Now, when I put on my glasses to look even more in depth into my texture, I could definitely see it right through here. But come on guys, I'm 58 years old, I have texture, I have pores, fine lines, but this is really promising, super pretty. I love the coverage, I love how it feels. It definitely is lightweight, airy, almost like that, like it says, a skin ink. It's like you're literally painting your skin and it's light as air. But let's get up close and personal and see exactly how this looks. This is so pretty. I love this lip stain too, but I think I'm gonna have to put a little bit of lip balm on top of it throughout the course of the day, but I will definitely do some more check-ins, but this is so pretty. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. And we are back. It's been over 5 hours since we first applied the L'Oreal Skin Ink. And I definitely have some thoughts. Now, keep in mind in the last 5 hours, I did my grocery shopping. I went by the shop to see Matt. I ate a very big garlic butter bacon cheeseburger from Sonic. Oh my God, so good, so greasy. But I really wanted to put this CoverGirl Outlast Lip Stain to the test. And in its defense, it did wear beautifully, but I noticed afterwards it was still there. However, and I'm going to show you a picture of what my lips and the face look like after about 3 or 4 hours right here. Now, I did brush my teeth because I'm sure you didn't want to see bacon in my teeth or cheeseburger. And it has worn off, as you can see. So in its defense, I did really eat a greasy cheeseburger, brushed my teeth, of course used a napkin, and kind of dabbed it away, but clearly you can still see it on the back of my hand. As far as the foundation goes, slash concealer, it's interesting because this is the side without the primer, and this is the side with the primer. This side feels a little bit more hydrated and it looks a little more less matte, and this side definitely has that mattifying quality. However, I do have to say how it feels and how it looks, it literally, like it states, it sets itself. So when it says it sets itself on my skin, because it's normal to dry, it really looks like I set my face with a translucent or loose powder. With that being said, that gives the matte, soft matte finish. Yeah, you don't need to powder this foundation at all. And I wear glasses, and I noticed using it as a concealer, it has not worn off right here where my glasses naturally rest. So that's so good. It's not gonna move, it's not gonna budge. However, I did notice a little bit right through here wore off, just a tiny bit. So let me pull my hair back. It is so hot, you guys. I almost got caught in a rainstorm, and luckily I missed it when I went shopping at Aldi. If you've been a part of my channel, I absolutely love shopping at Aldi. They always have so many interesting things there, and and they have this, like, what do they call it? A low boil, and it was $8.99. I know, it has sausage, corn, shrimp, crab, potatoes, all in one bag. I can't wait to try it out this week. I'll let you know in a pinned comment in a future video if it was any good, but you know me, I love shopping at Aldi. I love a good bargain. But yeah, so let's talk about the complexion now that the hair is pulled back. I really like the side with the primer. I'm so glad we used a hydrating primer at that. It's definitely makeup-y. Is it creasing? Is it getting cakey? I think the chin area right through here, it is separating just a tad. And you know what? It's been over 5 hours, so that's kind of disappointing because it's boasting, what, 48 hours? And then remove it when you need to remove it? That's kind of scary, in my opinion. But it really does look pretty right through here. However, I can see it getting a little cakey and a little separated around the mouth area. I think it's because of what I ate for lunch. You know, you eat a greasy cheeseburger, beware, it's gonna happen. I really do love this lip stain. I think I wanna touch it up just a little bit. It does punch a pack of color, I'm telling you. And it does fade gracefully. Pretty much stayed hydrated the whole day. So I'm just reapplying this. I'll tell you what, this is ingenious. However, I know we all have lines on our lips. For some reason, this kind of emphasizes them. That's why I like to tap in the pigment. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of gloss. And today's gloss I'm gonna use is the new Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. And this is in the shade Pink Guava. They just recently released this. And I know, I started using this a couple of months ago. I think I have brown sugar, love it. But this is their newest flavor and it smells so yummy. I wanted to see how that lip stain would look with a little bit of gloss on top. Very pretty, love that look. I really like how the face looks from here up, but from here, this general area down, I'm gonna blame it on the cheeseburger, you guys. So yeah, the under eye area looks fantastic. It's not creasing there whatsoever. But yeah, it doesn't feel too dry. It's not clinging on to any dry patches on my complexion. So this is pretty good. Let's go up close and personal and see exactly how the face looks after 5 hours. Oh, this is pretty. I really like this. I really like this. What do you think so far? But yes, I'll see you in the next check-in and I'll let you know if this skin ink really works for mature skin. And we are back. It's been over 8 hours since we first applied the new skin ink from L'Oreal, and I definitely have some thoughts, but before we get into it, let's go ahead and turn the lights down and see how this foundation and concealer 2-in-1 performed throughout the day. Now, I specifically wanted to turn down the lights and show you the area around my mouth. Remember I had that greasy bacon, garlic, butter cheeseburger? So good. I'm still reeling from how heavy it was, but it looks like right around the chin area, it's kind of breaking up, which, you know, I can understand. I'm blaming it on the cheeseburger. However, it does look super smooth and really pretty throughout here. Now remember, this is the side we use the Essence Hello Good Stuff primer, and this side we went Au Naturel. And I noticed something very peculiar. I don't know, piddling around, just kind of touching it, because I noticed something odd right through here. And it looks like it's separating, and the more I kind of touched it, remember, it's supposed to be transfer free. However, it just started dissipating under my finger. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know if you can see that. Right through there. But it didn't happen on this side of the face. Now, I did spend a good portion of my day outdoors, and it is so hot, so humid, and it did very well in this heat. I'm feeling honestly a little lightheaded. I've been drinking lots of water, just trying to stay hydrated, but yeah, the heat was super bad today. It was also the humidity, but this held up super well despite this area right through here. I don't know. It's definitely pretty. I love the soft matte finish. I do love the coverage, but would I recommend this to you? Now remember, I do have normal to dry skin, and you definitely have to use a hydrating primer with this particular foundation slash concealer. So if you have more of an oilier complexion, you may love this, only because it has that soft matte finish and it just kind of sets itself. I love the shade match. Remember, I'm in 100 warm. It's not too yellow. It didn't oxidize on my skin, and I feel like it gave some really nice coverage. So I actually prefer this more as a concealer than I do as a foundation, which is kind of crazy. I love how smooth it looks under the eye, and it didn't cake and it didn't crease. And we put a significant amount under the eyes. Remember, I was just kind of like going all willy-nilly all the way up to my eyes, and then I applied more for more coverage. So as a concealer, I think this is definitely a contender. I think it's a beautiful formula, but for me, I prefer this as a concealer. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you've tried this new skin ink from L'Oreal and what are your thoughts on it. You'd be helping me out as well as our community. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.